Hello, you are welcome to another episode of our videos where we discuss about female reproduction and every other thing that may be related to women. And today, the topic we are going to be discussing is something very peculiar to every woman whenever they get pregnant, which is the importance of early scanning. Some women, maybe out of experience or whatever reason, they don't have this habit of doing their scan early. And today we are going to be discussing the various advantages that are there in doing your early scan. So stay tuned. You are welcome back. I'm Dr. Adeniro, consultant obstetrician and gynecology. Today, I'm going to be discussing with us the importance that are there in doing your scan early whenever you get pregnant. Now, let us start with this very important one. And this very important one is actually the one that is known to be a major reason for women dying in the first 3 months of pregnancy. And can you guess? This particular one is actually called extrauterine pregnancy. Extrauterine pregnancy from the word is extra. That means outside the uterus, which is the same thing as ectopic pregnancy. Maybe you have heard of it, maybe not. There are some people, they say women getting pregnant outside the womb. That's what people say literally. And it is one of the reasons why you should learn to do your scan whenever you miss your period. In fact, an advantage of early scan is that it will tell you where the pregnancy is, which is the location. Is it within the uterus or even outside the uterus? And if peradventure the pregnancy is discovered to be outside the uterus, in fact, before the complications that may arise as a result of this ectopic pregnancy, treatment can be offered as early as possible. And the good thing about this is even that as early as possible, medical treatment can be used, whereby drugs will be used to cater for this. However, if it has gone beyond a particular duration, I'm telling you that medical treatment cannot be used again. Rather, a woman may have to undergo some surgical intervention in order to save her life. That is even if she is not going to die of this complication. By this, you understand that one of the reasons why you should learn to do your early scan whenever you miss your period is the location of the pregnancy in order to pick or to rule out ectopic pregnancy. Another reason why you have to do your scan early enough is to know the number of fetuses that you are even carrying. How can someone be pregnant and not sure the number of fetuses she's carrying? I've seen a case of a woman that got pregnant and did not do scan until 7 months. And alas, when she did the scan showed that she was carrying 2 fetuses and she didn't know. So that will tell you the importance of doing your early scan. In fact, it is the best time to know the number of fetuses a woman is carrying. And by this, appropriate management can be given to the pregnancy. Take, for example, how you manage a pregnancy containing 1 fetus is different from a twin gestation, because twin gestation is actually high risk. It is associated with a lot of things: excessive anemia, sicknesses in the mother, reduction in fetal growth, even miscarriages. So because of these few reasons, you will know that determining the number of fetuses that you are carrying as early as possible is a very cogent reason for you to go ahead and do your early scan. Another reason is to know how viable this pregnancy is. Can you imagine that I even saw a professional doctor that got pregnant and refused to do early scan, and until about like 4 months, when she got to know that she was actually having a blighted ovum. What is a blighted ovum? Blighted ovum is a condition whereby a patient feels that she's pregnant, or even the patient is actually empty. There's no image of the fetus within the sac. This is called blighted ovum, or better still, an embryonic gestation. And a lot of women will still be having their pregnancy symptoms until maybe much later, when they will discover that they have one symptom or the other, or even when they decide to do their scan later, that they will discover that they are having an embryonic gestation. So for this singular reason, learn to do your early scan. Another reason why you should learn to do your scan is to date your pregnancy. The truth of the matter is, you may know your last menstrual period, which a lot of people may use to date your pregnancy. But the best and the most uniform to use to date pregnancy is your early scan. Scan preferably done before 13 weeks, or worst case scenario, those ones done before 20 weeks. They give appropriate date. Now, you ask me, why do you have to date your pregnancy when at a particular point in time, your pregnancy will even automatically be delivered, say like 9 months? No, there are some reasons why pregnancy must not go beyond 9 months. There are some conditions whereby when they start to occur, you will be able to say if this baby is a kind of premature or the baby is already overdue. For example, even some patients should not go beyond their due date, which you can actually derive from your early scan. A sickle cell disease patient should not go beyond their due date. Even a patient with diabetes mellitus, be it controlled or uncontrolled, should not go beyond their due date. So now tell me, if you are not sure of your last menstrual period, how would you be able to say that you are already due and appropriate management will be given to you? So what we are saying in essence is, we should learn to do early scan, looking at the various advantages that are therein. For example, I've talked about the variability of the pregnancy. We have talked about locating the pregnancy. We have talked about knowing the number of fetuses that you are carrying, and of course, dating the pregnancy, among other reasons. Now, at this junction, I want to employ you to please subscribe, like, and share our videos. If you comment on our videos, you give us the opportunity to reach more people so that they will benefit as you also are benefiting from our videos. So kindly like, share, and most importantly, subscribe to our channels so that we'll be able to bring to you more educative videos in our subsequent sections. Thank you for joining me.